everyone. Here's my second harvest from my lemon boy. It's a nice bright yellow tomato. It's perfectly soft. Have a little bit of cat facing, no blossom end rot. It's got a little dirt on the bottom because it was resting on the cocoa shell. But other than that, it looks great. And it's got some green shoulders, but the bottom is nice and soft. So we're gonna go ahead and harvest that like I already did. This one might be ready too. Parts of it are. I'm gonna go ahead and leave that one because it's yielding, but if I get it tomorrow, I bet it'll be even better. So yeah, super excited about that. I have been pulling suckers off of pretty much everything as I see them still, because they haven't gotten to that height yet where I just kind of leave them alone. Oops, a bunch of dirt on my knees. You can see though on this lemon boy, I had a crap ton of hornworm damage, like a lot. I found some really big hornworms on some of my tomatoes. So I did pull them off and squish them. But then I also sprayed on all of my tomatoes BT, Bacillus thuringiensis, which some of you may know is a beneficial nematode originally found in Israel that eats caterpillars. So, but man, does that stuff smell. Man, no one ever told me how much that smells, but it smelled horrible. Beef steaks are getting there. Not harvest ready. Miss Mars looks awesome. That blueberry bush looking pretty good. Now you can really tell what's crunchy and needs to go, and I can kind of just run my hands through it and pull it off because it's crunchy. But it recovered really well, so I'm kind of excited about that. This sunflower is still being pollinated a little bit. It's not quite ready for harvest, but it's getting there. Collard greens. That little one that had been stunted is now getting big, which is exciting. Looks like I might need to spray this one with some BT. I've got some leaf damage here, but not a lot. There is some though. Kales are amazing. I haven't harvested off the kales in a while, but they're huge. They look great. Eggplants are starting to catch up. I'm excited. This one has a blossom, so I might get some fruit off of it. Jalapenos are awesome. I've got some really big ones in here, so I'm excited for those. I have my own jalapenos. My sunflowers over here on this side have paniculated, so that just means that there's multiple blossoms on each stalk, which isn't a bad thing. It just makes it hard to do cutting. But like I said, I probably am not going to bring very many more of these inside. As they get dried out though, I am going to pull them. So that one I'm probably going to harvest. Actually, I can do that right now. Let me grab my clippers. They're right here. I don't have to do it with my pocket knife. I'm going to clip him. So view. Oops. And you get a close-up view of me. So yeah, I just clipped it out. And then there, see, obviously the birds have found it. So I'm going to pull that in so that the birds don't make a mess. Because the more seeds they spread, the more quote-unquote weeds I get. My elephant ears look great. My mint bed is going crazy. I'm going to harvest from that this week, I think. I'm going to make a big old batch of mint tea. These sunflowers over here are huge. They're so tall and look so cheerful and happy and lovely, and I love them. Oh, down here, this is my one last, my only teddy bear sunflower. I had planted more of them, but this is the only one that survived, and it looks great. These should all open, and this should become a really fluffy, huge sunflower. It should look super petal filled. This is my strawberry popcorn, which, I mean, it's giving me a corn head, and if I get any corn off it, that would be amazing. And it's really tall. I'm surprised how tall this got, because it's not supposed to be. It's only supposed to get to be about 4.5 feet tall, and it's over 6 feet because it's over my head. Great white looks good. Tomatoes are getting bigger. They're not bleaching out yet. Roma stripes looking awesome. Oh, my nasturtiums. Dear God. I have way too much nasturtium foliage here. So I think what I'm going to do this week, hopefully, is go through and just cut them back. I may pull them out, like I may cut them to the ground and pull them out and just kind of let the zinnias take over. Just because it's about time for them to be over anyways. So when it gets closer to the quote-unquote dog days of summer, they really start to languish, which you can see because I've got some leaf curl going and they're just getting really ridiculous. I mean, they're vining up underneath other plants. And yeah, I don't really want to let them do that too much. So I might just clip them all the way out. But my zinnias look awesome. So much so that I've got quite a few that I'm probably going to go ahead and make myself a bouquet, which will be awesome. Maybe even put some basil in it just for some foliage color. But yeah, super pretty, super happy with the garden this year. My watermelon, it's going crazy. It's all over the place. And yes, I just broke that tendril because I want it to spread out. I don't want them both to grow on the same side of the trellis. So I'm going to thread, coax that little guy up, and then I'm going to coax this one back in. Just like that. Just to encourage them to grow up. The other thing is, like in the nasturtiums, I've got vines going, so I'm gonna put that through right there and then pull it, I guess. Oops, I just break the tip off. That's okay. It'll just get some foliage to the rest of the plant. There we go. Now it's up into the thing. Butternut squash, it's getting real big. I'm excited for when I harvest the sunflower. It's getting really, really close. Really, really close. Because it'll have more light and hopefully give me some squash. Actually, oh, nope, those are just blossoms. I thought I was see some fruit set, but nope, those are just blossoms. But whatever, they look really good. My American giant mammoth sunflowers, I thought they were going to keep growing up, but they have decided to open. They're huge. They're not as tall as I would have liked. I really wanted them to be in my second story windows. But I think that's because I've consistently and did in fact this time break the cardinal rule of sunflowers. I start them inside and then bring the starts out. And supposedly, I guess I should do a test of that next year. Sunflowers really don't like being transplanted, and these were all transplanted at least once, if not twice, I think, actually. I think I planted them all in one 4-inch pot and then cut the 4-inch pot apart and put them in their individual 4-inch pots and then planted them out. So yeah, I think I probably screwed myself. Potatoes looking good. I had hornworms on my potatoes, not very many, like 1 or 2. So I did spray those as well. My chives are getting ready to bloom, which is awesome. I may save some chive blossoms this year because usually I just let them go to seed and then spread the seeds around the bottom. But I think I'm going to try to make chive vinegar this year. Oh, I don't know what this vine is. That might be a morning glory. I'm gonna let it go, because if it's a morning glory, that'll be pretty right there. It's definitely got the right shaped leaves and growing habit. We'll see. Pineapple sage is going psycho, and I love it. And then even my fairy garden is looking really good. Putting the drip on it this year was like the absolute right move, because it seems to be why was that touched? Grr. It seems to be staying nice and hydrated, which is awesome. So we shall see. But yeah, garden's looking pretty good. I think I need to go through and adjust my drip. I didn't realize this, but I think the last time my grass got mowed, my pots got put back incorrectly. So I gotta go through and fix that because I just noticed it. So I'll see you guys next week. Hope you enjoyed the garden tour. Good night.